Hi everyone, it's Veronica again here. Welcome back to another video. And today we're going to do memory wire. And this memory wire did come in the Orphanage, Gemstone Orphanage subscription box. So it is extremely thick. I think it's a little bit bigger than what we normally see. And it's very, very sturdy. So they have put one in the silver, and I already did a bracelet for that. So with the stardust beads here and the gray clear strand that they had with the faceted AB crystals, I put in this. So this is also a combination of my stash with that and their memory wire that they put in there. It's amazing. It truly is amazing. And yeah, you'll need to really have some good round nose pliers or bail pliers to make your loops, and some really good memory wire cutters. This will not cut at all with your regular flush cutters. You'll totally destroy them in that one shot. So I advise you not to do that. If you do, hopefully you'll have a spare pair. This is also from the Gemstone Orphanage, from Homestrung Jewelry. I am going to use this as part of a dangle. So I have some ball head pins here. I have some jump rings. I have chain that I would like to start and end this this bracelet, and also I'll be making a couple of dangles here. So it is kind of big, but I think this will be nice as a dangle. So as I connect it to the bracelet and also have a little dangle off of that, will look nice. And I've kind of put it out in the way that I want it. This is like my 4th time that I have tried to rearrange this, and I think I finally got it. So I had to leave it this way. And all right, so I'm going to start with the precious word of the day, and we'll begin to get this together. And so today, this is from Ephesians chapter 3, verse 16. And this is Paul to his disciples, and certainly I take this to heart as well. I pray that out of his glorious riches, he may strengthen you with power through his Spirit in your inner being. And I think that is just so amazing, truly precious, because it is true. That Holy Spirit in us is much greater than our very own human spirit and our fleshy things that gets in our way, and we make horrible mistakes sometimes. So I think that is amazing, and I do pray that for all of you as well. All right, so we are going to start. Now, this is the amount that they gave us, so I'm not going to cut it yet. I want to make sure that I have all the beads on here. But I am going to start at this end. I'm going to put the chain on, and I'll show you how I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to put on one of these beads here, one of my stardust beads. Then I'm going to make the loop. And then I'll start to add from the other end, only because I don't want to have to try to string this on and go all the way through. I'd rather do it now. All right. So I'm going to start with my round nose pliers, and I'm going to come right here. Just pick one of the ends here. Okay, actually, I'm not going to start with that. You know, I found some bigger chain here, so I think what I'm going to do is cut about 4 inches, 2 4-inch pieces with this one instead. So give me a second and let me do that. I'll be right back. All right, so this was the other one. It's much bigger than the tiny links that are in here, because I want it to be a little bit more bulky. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert the end in each one of these. So basically, I'm going to be folding it in on the end of this. So, and I'll do most of it off of the camera, but just so you know. So it's basically on each one. So it's just like you're folding each link over the other. And it's not that quick, because you want to make sure that you are getting it on there without the other one coming off. And so it's just kind of like a zigzag, and it's not a whole lot of space. So you just want to make sure you kind of like just hopefully you won't let it won't come off. So this part is just going to have to take a little bit of patience. All right, so basically, like I said, it's a zigzag. You're just folding it over, and then this link. So you can do that for whatever length you want. I just chose 4 inches for each, because by the time you get it all together, it kind of crimps up on itself. So you might get 1.5 inches out of that 4 inches. So I'm just going to finish this off, this chain off here. And then I'm going to add this bead, because this is going to be one end. And then I can go ahead and string on the bead, so I'll be right back. So here it is. This is what it's going to look like. Just so you can see how it's nicely bunched up. So you just kind of get this nice, neat little design here, almost like it's a messy wrap. So, and until you get all the beads on, it will kind of spread until you get it where you want it. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. Then I'm going to go ahead and add this bead here. Just let it fall. And this is where I'm going to take this. Now you can make the loop as big as you want. I don't need a super big loop, so I'm just going to go down to where I normally would make one, perhaps for my earrings. Okay, so I'm just going to come right about here. And this is really tough, so this is why you need some good round nose pliers. So you can go ahead and make that turn. And this is tougher than any memory wire I have ever used. This is really, really sturdy. So you can use both hands. This is super, super hard. This is not like your average memory wire. You can see how tough it is, that it's even bending my good ones out of alignment here. This takes a really good grip here. Okay, so that's on here now. So as you can see, that's going to be the end. So how I'm going to end it is the same way as I ended it here. So now, right now, all the beads that I'm going to be adding is going to go on now, and then it's going to be the chain. And let's see, how did I have this here? And I may need another one for here. All right, let's see. Should probably have, I want a gold on each side here. Oh, my tummy's growling again. And I just ate, so it's not a hunger growl. I guess my food's moving around in my belly. Okay, so I know there's quite a bit here, but it's going to be a little cumbersome to get this on here. So I'm not going to bring it all the way around. I want to at least get it so it won't keep slipping back on me to come off my wire. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and start at this end here and just add the beads on as I have laid them out here. I'm sure you guys can see. It's kind of hard to see. So right here, this is how I laid them out, and that's how I'm going to put them on. So I'm just going to do a few now, and then I'll do the rest off of camera, or it depends. We'll see. Maybe I'll just have a conversation and see where it goes. All right, let's see. I love this champagne color. It's so pretty. And these are like the 8. I think these are like 8 by 6.5. They're just so pretty. You know, I don't always do memory wire, but you know, when I did this one here today, I was like, wow, this is some really good memory wire. I definitely will gather some colors for the gold side, and I am very excited. And I know Wendy did a lot of memory wire bracelets, and I'll tell you, they probably are the best things to make because they are sturdy, they last a long time, and I think a lot of people like it. Just the comfort of just throwing it on your wrist without having to worry about clasps. And you know, just that little tiny loop that you put at the end is sufficient to keep your beads on, and you can use that loop at the, you know, to also you know, make dangles, hang dangles off of. So I don't know how big this is going to be, but we'll see. Just move my thing out of the way. And I think these colors are really pretty together. So the ones that I have here, these are a check. What's the name of it? These are the check English cut. They call it the green Raku. They're 6mm, and these came in a Sam's bead box a couple of years ago, I believe. So I just really like them and just kept them aside because I really wanted them for something really nice. Okay, lost my end here. Okay, I just don't want anything to fall off. And these here, these are also check, and they call this the weighted gold crystal, and these are 8mm, and these are just crystals in the barrel shape here. All right, let's put this on. I just can't believe how really tough this is. I've worked with memory wire. This is like steel, like solid steel. Okay, then I'm going to put on this one. I hope it can go through. If not, we're going to have to abandon it because it won't. It'll crack if I try to get through that. As you can see, it's still far down. That is not going to come through. So I'm going to abandon those. That's fine. We'll just go to the next one. Let's see. Just wondering. And that goes there. Yeah. No, I suppose I can put these two together. No big deal. Unless I get out more of my gold ones, maybe. Wait a minute, now I've lost my spot here. So 1, 2, nope, I'm just going to do it that way. And then, and I had to go through all of these here, and only 4 of them fit out of my short strand that I got. Because again, like I said, all holes are not created equal. And that's why I tried to test all my holes first. Because I want them, I don't need to have any kind of struggle with them, because that potentially then, as you move the bracelet to get it on or off, it might crack the bead. Because then it's just too much pressure, because there's not enough space in that hole for any kind of movement. It's looking really pretty already. Move these along a little bit more. Yeah, so it's not going to be like a 5 strand or anything. It's just going to be, I am going to do it until I use up all these beads, and that'll be that. All right, so let me just finish these off before I show you how to end it with the chain again. All right, so I got them on there. Boy, let me tell you, trying to get these things around all the way down with as many as I have here, oh, that was such a pain. But I didn't want to cut it just then. So, but I am going to cut it now, because the last thing I have to do is add on this chain and add on one of these. And I'm going to need one more of my Stardust ones for one of my dangles here. But I want to make sure that, you know, I give myself enough here to hold on to. Certainly, I know I'll be cutting more off of it. So I am just going to cut right where this one ends here. I'm going to go there. And I want to hold on to this so I don't lose my beads. Oof. Okay. So I still have plenty here for, you know, at least 1 more round, 2 more rounds here. This is really nice. Oof, this is stiff. So when I put these on here, once I get the chain on, I want to make sure everything is where it needs to be. And nothing is stuck. There's no gaps or anything like that. So as you can see, they're starting to slide back towards the end here. So I don't want that to happen. So as you can see right here, so we're going to be adding the chain, and then the other Stardust at the end. We'll close it off with the loop, and then we'll make our dangles, and that should be it. All right, so again, you just want to take and you start with one end, and you're just basically zigzagging it over. Let the chain basically, so when you're through this side, you'll see that you don't want to twist the chain to bring it through the other loop. It should be going towards the one that you're going to go next. Okay. It's just like a zigzag, that's all. And I think if you get yourself in a nice little momentum, it shouldn't take that long. I just think this is kind of a neat little look because it almost looked like a messy wrap. And, you know, certainly you can probably get enough space to even put dangles off of that. Oops. Just be patient, because when you go to lift it up too high, you might end up taking off the previous link that you'd already gotten on there. So just be patient. All right, let's do this again. All right, so let me finish this, and I'll come back to do the other loop, and we'll do some dangles. All right, so I got him on here. I wanted to make sure everything was pushed to the very end where it needs to be, and there's no spaces in between. So getting that last part of that chain on is very challenging because everything wants to slip forward. And so I'm just gonna I'm holding it on for dear life here. And doesn't that look neat? You see that? Isn't that pretty? So I'm going to go ahead and put that on here. And of course, I forgot a bead here. So, oh my goodness. I think I'm going to have to take that off and start over again on the chain. Because as you can see here, I put one of them here and one at the other end of that chain. And I don't know. Do you think anybody will notice? Because you know, honestly, I think it's just going to be for me to wear. But I don't know. That might drive me nuts. Yeah, you could hardly tell. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it like that. So I have it all on here. And I'm going to go ahead and snip and make my loop, and make sure that I give myself enough space to make the proper size loop. So as you can see here, I'm going to want it approximately that size here. Make sure nothing slips. And I want to come in. Let's see, so probably right about there. Wow, that is really tough. Okay, so I don't want to lose my grip here. And all right, so I'm going to make sure I don't lose my grip at all. Now it's probably more than I need, so I think I am going to take a little bit more off. Maybe I should come through here. Oh my goodness. I always seem to find the difficult things to do here. Okay. All right, so I'm going to come here. I'm going to come in this direction here. Oh, wow. Wow, this is really hard. And I really want to get that closed down in there so that that bead does not move. This thing does not want to turn. Oh my goodness. Wow, this thing barely wants to turn. All right, I'm going to have to really give it a solid grip here. This thing is so strong, I'm afraid it would even break my good tool here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I think it's out of alignment now. Oh boy. Okay, so I'm going to take... So yeah, the loop is a little bit bigger, but I'm definitely not going to mess with this to try to cut it and get it smaller. I'm just going to leave it as it is. So I will put... Oh, my goodness. But look at how pretty that is. Okay, so... we're going to go ahead and add... I'm going to add the jump ring onto this because I want to add it to here. Let's see. I want to make sure when it's dangling, it's facing outward because it is only one-sided. Okay, so it's going to be here. Come in here and close that up. All right, now we're going to make one to dangle off of here. Just a little one. So I may forego this one. Yeah, I think I'll just take this little one here. This one I can actually do a... no, I won't do a wrap loop with this. Just a little one. I'll do a simple loop because this is sturdy enough. Doesn't need to be enormous. Just a normal loop size. I can get this. Oh, my goodness. I think it's all crooked. All right, so I'm going to make sure that that's nice and straight. Come in and just hang it right on there. Now, it looks like it wants to hang in there, but and then go ahead and close that up right there. And let's see what it looks like. I think I'll put that way. It shouldn't be this hard. All right. Definitely nice and sturdy. Is that where I want it to be? No. I flip it around. All right, let's try that again. Where is it? Here it is. Okay. There it is. All right, I'm going to have to flip that around. It's not, it doesn't want to stay in that direction. It seems to want to fall in backwards. So I'm going to have to, I'll just switch that around so that when it does just naturally fall, it'll fall in facing forward. But that's that, everyone. So I'm going to go ahead and change this off camera. And this is it. It's all done. So I have these two here. And I hope that you enjoyed the tutorial and the struggles and everything else that go along with making jewelry. And everyone enjoy. God bless. And we will see you again. Bye-bye.